Just gotta keep moving forward.
Okay, in this video I'm going to show you how to take apart the VFC SCAR ambidextrous selectors and how to put them back together. So I'm going to have a video already explain how to take the gun apart to get to here, but this will be just about the selectors and nothing else. Quick and simple, just what you need. Okay, first up, make sure you have mag release out, little sections here, and the screw here. All you need right now would be 1.5 Allen. Go ahead and loosen. There's a set screw on the bottom. Lift up. And I have it in semi-auto mode so it stays in a little detent. And you're going to have a small ball bearing, the selector with a little spring in there, of course, and the little screw. Go ahead and put them like that and put it to the side. I'm going to have stuff on the left side and the right side for the selectors, just so it's simple and easy to put back together. They can be swapped, but you don't want to mess it up. So I'm going to tighten or loosen, my bad, this little part. Screw with two little pegs that go in here. Remember how the orientation of the peg holes are? You have 9 o'clock, 3 o'clock. This is basically for semi-auto. So semi-auto. Flip it over, you're gonna have the same thing, a small set screw, 1.5, loosen, carefully remove. You're gonna have the small ball bearing, and you're gonna have a little spring and screw. Go ahead and do the same, put them in there so you don't lose them. Remove. Same as before, you have the 9 o'clock, 3 o'clock positions for the pegs and semi-auto. Put it there like that. Okay, this is basically the laggy side. This is the primary side for the selector and how it works. So take note of how it is. And just going to slide up. Oh, gently disconnect these, just pop them up out of place like that. Come on. Okay. The body, you're going to notice you have the slots for the little selector sections. We can put this aside. So you're going to have these little gears that attach to those. Put those there, they're the same. Now for the selector, you're gonna have the selector plate. As you can see, it's clear polycarb. Be gentle with it though. If you're too rough, these metal teeth will destroy this, so be very delicate. Now, look at this line, look at this line, and then look at this line. They all line up. So this side, there's nothing really to work with. But what I'm going to do is show you how to take this off. Not the whole gearbox, but just this. So traditionally you're going to have a small 0.5 millimeter Allen screw that goes in here to loosen these. This one's in here all the way. It's a screw that holds this gray part onto this black steel axle. I don't have that tool. Most people don't. It's very, very rare. It's only like with the Systema motor pinions. But what I've done is I've already loosened it. I'm not going to loosen it and tighten it over and over. So I basically cheated. I backed it out all the way, so I don't have to do that ever again. and I'm just going to tap. I'm going to keep this side tight and secure factory tight. This side I loosened. As you can see, there's a little hole for the screw to go in. I can press it in there, and it's in there tight. It's not going to go anywhere. I still have room to squish it in there. But just to take that little screw out, I just skip that step and leave it like this. So put that in the middle. That's how you take these parts off. You can take apart the gearbox parts, do whatever. It's a regular version 2. You can use aftermarket version 2s. Just make sure you swap the plate over and you're good. Make sure it has the hole, of course. Almost all version 2s have that. So now let's go ahead and put it back together. I'm going to keep the secure side in, drop it like that. Boom, done. Flip it over, press it in. It's almost flush. Let me just be sure. Tap. Good. It's in there. It's not really going to loosen. Now this is the original and the old way for VFC. I'll make a link for the new style that VFC does it, which is so much easier. It still has the wiggle and the play, but you don't need the small tools. So flip this over and let's look at these parts. So you have safe mode, semi in the middle, and full auto all the way in the back. Let's push it to semi-auto mode. Take note there. It's basically semi-auto, somewhat neutral. Push that up and take your part. Line it up like so. And that's good. There's going to be a little wiggle, so if you pinch like here, you can double check and wiggle. This part, the little selector, it's locked in place now. I'm just holding on the arm and the plate. That's good. That's what you want. See if I let go. So what I'm going to do is continue to hold, and I'm going to flip over. Same thing. Downside is this does not go into the recess of the gearbox like you'd think it would. It just sits like that. So remember, semi-auto, so 9 and 3 o'clock. Pinch, good. Check over here again, pretty good. Okay. Just take your time when you do this. You don't want to make any mistakes and break parts. So I'm pinching, and the right side will have issues regardless. So I'm going to line it up. Okay, make sure the trigger is lined up, wires. Looks good. Okay, it's going. And the problem is right now, my finger's getting pushed by the body. So as I slide this up like so, my finger's getting pushed and I'm pulling that inadvertently. Just drop it. Nothing you can do. Okay, don't feel bad. Let's look at, we got that, that's good. That's what you want. So, to install this, you're going to notice the little gaps. See these little gaps? You can't just fit it in there. You have to slide it out a little. And see how the teeth are? And if you look closely, you're going to see the little tiny line that would match with that. So you're not that far off. So let's go ahead and gently pull. Slide it out a little, maybe about that much. Flip it over. Still attached, good. Just, you always got to check. Slide this in. I'm gonna put it the way I want it, like that. And slide the gearbox back down. The line for the little arm, it's still there. What I want, that's good. That's still 9 and 3 o'clock, good. Okay, now what I want to do is get a small pin, punch pin, push this part down. Cool, almost got it. Now, see how it's off at a weird angle? What I want to do is press up, rotate a little, press on one peg hole, and the line was here in this arm, so I want to press, done. Now, basically, this line is in line with the little arm. Flip it over, it's matching. So, I'm going to safely assume it's correct. What I'm going to do is attach the parts and gently rotate at the same time. If I feel resistance, or if they're not moving at the same time, or at the same, if they're not mirrored basically, that's a problem. You take it apart and fix it. So, install that little part. Let me do with this side so you can see better. Tighten. And flip over. And do the same thing. Oh, careful, it will jump around a little. Okay, since I'm on this side, I'm going to get the right side, drop the little ball bearing out, and put it in the little semi-auto. Now, being that this is brand new, these little detents, they're very deep in the wall. It's a 90°, so it's going to be hard and sticky sometimes. You'll see what I mean when you get it. Drop this in, press, tighten, just hand tighten. Okay, good. Flip it over, same thing. Drop the bearing out, put it in the little hole, tighten. We'll press down first, tighten it, just hand tighten. Okay, now let's check. This should be able to see it just fine. So I'm going to, it's on semi mode, go up, they lock, don't go any further, either or, that's good. Back to semi, slight wiggle, that's fine. Go up here, oh actually I'm backwards, that's full auto. Doesn't go any further, doesn't go any further, good. In safe mode, doesn't go any further, doesn't go any further. That's basically it, done. So, preference is always using the primary side, the one that works with the selector plate and the key parts. This will be, I guess, the laggy or sub side. So, if semi, full auto, and you will notice a little bit of lag. That's just the little ball bearing going in the detent. Once it gets worn in, it will drop down in there and it'll be fine. So if I turn this one to semi, it's there, auto. But if you're right hand, left hand, you know, in heat of battle, you press it. You have to be kind of forceful with these. These aren't, they're not delicate like other Ambis. You have to kind of be gentle or forceful with them. So safe, semi, oh, that's a different story. So semi-auto, full auto, and good. And that's how you go ahead and you work on the ambidextrous selector for the VFC SCAR Lite series. So hopefully this video has helped you guys. I will have links for the full video takedown of all the parts. So until then, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and share with your friends to help them out in case they need this. And this has been Brian. See you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.